Hello fellow Erexians, today we are going on a hunt for cheese. The developers have put up a great thread allowing the community to contribute to the discussion around balance. Exploits or hacks you may find are a different issue and should be reported. We are looking for things that are intentionally in-game that don't provide fun balanced gameplay. I will add a link to that thread in the description of this video so you can contribute to the discussion. Before we dive in, I want to make a quick point. Everyone should treat the next month like the open beta of the construction system. Many people will cry, hey, we paid for this, it should be perfect. But the fact of the matter is, there is no way to test this system other than just sending it to live. There will be tweaking, there will be balances, there will be fixes. Let's make sure we are working as a team and having good, constructive discussion on the forums about how to get to a fun gameplay state. Let's start with getting double teamed. We've all been there. Whether you're the low pop or the high pop faction, sometimes the other factions just have it out for you and want to pound you into your warp gate. This has been a long-standing problem with Planetside 2. I think the construction system is an opportunity to alleviate these problems. Unfortunately, in its current state, it exacerbates them. The problem with the current system is that it encourages factions to consolidate their fronts, and ideally pile onto the faction that is getting double teamed. They already made one good adjustment, which was spreading out the distance between hives. This footage is taken after that adjustment. You can see it doesn't go far enough. The NC have balled up into one little area of the map and are defending all 4 bases at one time with their entire population. This also highlights an issue with being able to place hives right on the edge of the map. By doing so, you end up having to fight in one line along the edge of the map and spend a lot of the time just trying to get out of the out-of-bounds zone. The VP gen placed by Son of Fink has an extreme advantage as it was placed in a little finger hex protruding into the out-of-bounds zone. Placing bases should be about cutting off angles of attack, but that should be using natural terrain rather than out-of-bounds zones. Okay, let's take a quick look at victory point generator efficiency. As best I can tell, this is the system. Efficiency is determined by how far away from an enemy warp gate you are. If you are touching a warp gate, it's 100% efficient. One away, you drop 13% and then 12% for every link thereafter. A few issues arise for certain warp gates. Some can get a very efficient generator in very easy to defend territory. Some have to get very far away from their warp gate before they can put up an efficient generator. In this case, the southwestern warp gate has a generator up in its own defensible territory operating at 51% efficiency. At the same time, the southeastern warp gate has taken crossroads, put up a generator in enemy territory, and is not getting very strong efficiency. This will be a very tough algorithm to tune. I don't think it can operate just off of links to an enemy warp gate. Here are my suggestions for tuning the system. Making hives more difficult to build via no deploy zones is a bad idea. Bases will be built near each other, unbeknownst to the people building them. We don't want people to have to traverse to weird corners of the map to get out of a no-deploy zone. But hives built in close proximity should rapidly lose efficiency. In this way, you reward people that go off to the other fronts on the map. Using the system that is already in place, the game will check for the most efficient hive and end up shifting the VP generators around the map to create more fronts for players to engage on. A no-deploy zone should be employed around the edge of every map. There is good terrain at the edge of maps, and it is nice to have your back up against something solid, but it should not be directly against the out-of-bounds area. I have not come up with a good algorithm to calculate efficiency on VP gens, and to be honest, I think this is a very low priority issue. People can still make fun, interesting bases and engage over them, even if the efficiency is not where they'd like it to be. As time goes on, I think a solution to this will present itself, once we have more data of players engaging and locking maps. Those are my thoughts. Please add your constructive criticism to the thread started by the devs. The link will be in the description. Happy hunting out there, Erexians.